All right, hello everyone. This is going to be the first official, Bloomberg tutorial on how to use the Bloomberg terminal. So for this first video, I have Bloomberg pulled up. Right here, we're on the main screen, and I just want to go over some basic, tools. So if we click on, well, first of all, this blue box right here is where you're going to enter in all the functions you need to use in relation for this project, like ACTR, trade flow, SPLC, supply chain analysis. You can also type in equities and commodities, pretty much anything you're interested. It's very advanced, a bunch of information. And then the main menu of Bloomberg functions right here. We have sovereign credit, mortgages, money markets, like short-term debt, preferred stocks, equities, commodities, indices, et cetera, et cetera. And we have all these other applications attached to Bloomberg that you can use for like stock trading, stuff like that. Let's just click on one of these, for example. So sovereign, meaning United States, we can look at like bonds, world bond markets. We can look at stocks here, fixed income, more bonds, treasuries. What else? The debts of United States. You can click on that, for example. Let's go. And here you could choose what information you want displayed on this graph. And it will show the debts compared to the United States. The only thing close to the United States for the Federal Reserve, this blue line, is let's see, China, Japan, right here. But like, look at that. The United States is in a big trade deficits, more imports and exports. And look at foreign holders on your right side, time series data. This will obviously change over time. Total US debt right here, the next tab. It's just a little slow. You have US debt, foreign holders of debt, and then the Federal Reserve. That's just one tool. There's so many different kinds of tools that you can use. If you click on a brand new tab, like any other search engine, one we will use a lot is ECST, World Economic Statistics. If you click on that, we can look at pretty much all the economic indicators you have learned about in the Bloomberg certification. We have GDP, real GDP adjusted for inflation, quarter over quarter or year over year, whichever one you need time frame wise. We have nominal face value GDP, if you need that information, government spending, and of course, inflation in terms of consumer prices, the basket of goods that has either increased or decreased over time using the previous year. We have core, which cuts out certain volatile items within a basket of goods, such as energy and food, I think. Don't quote me on that. And then we have labor market. We have a whole bunch of different key indicators that you can look at. But what I like most about this function, and you can dive really deep into a country's, economic mechanics. This is what I used to gather data for the automotive industry or the impacts of tariffs on the automotive industry for the United States. I open this one, you can go to real GDP by spending, and then it literally shows you GDP, it breaks it down for you. And the blue is the main one, and then yellow, and then what is within the yellow container. Goods, such as durable goods, such as things that don't, expire as fast, like obvious stuff like cars, furniture, and non-durable, obviously like food and beverages, clothing, gasoline. And then there's services, gross private domestic investments, and then you can look at those, gather that data. And if you really want to see how it changes over time, you right click on something you want to look at. So for example, grow GDP, right? I want to look at GDP. I can look at GP, left click price graph, and then you could see the troughs and peaks over time. But this by itself won't really give you any insight. You're going to have to combine that with other indicators and information, which we'll get to later in other videos. But I just want this first video to be like an introductory, I guess, just to see what it is, how to use it. Because at first glance, it looks really confusing, but it really isn't. And then on my mouses, I can change the time frame. I can go to yearly, so that time series is only on yearly data points. 2009, 2010, obviously COVID, boom, tanks, back up, restabilize right there. But I like doing quarterly. That's a little more. It shows the. I just like it because it shows more data, but not. It's too in depth. Um, Same thing, COVID, right there, 2020. And yeah, but then to record my own data into a spreadsheet, I click on table right there, and it switches from the time series chart to the table. You can scroll down and you can see the last price every quarter: quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, quarter four. 331 is first quarter, 630 is second quarter, 930 is third quarter, and fourth quarter is 1231 every time. And it shows you every single quarter's last price, which you can use to see the impact of certain events or catalysts in the economic landscape. All right, let's go back. Go back. And then you can also do the same thing you did last time. Right click on the chosen indicator you want to inspect. And then you could go down to CN related news. And it will show you news related to the economic indicator in relation to the date that you're examining. In my case, it's the most present time, so it's going to show us news or economic releases related to real GDP. You can also, you see this bar up here, lower to higher. It uses AI here to show the importance of the news. So I recommend putting this all the way, I guess, at least up to here. And it will show you the most important from AI standards. But of course, you can also look at other articles or news to see for yourself what information you want to see. So that's pretty cool. Let's go back. Yeah, okay. And yeah, I don't want to go through everything because there's a lot of stuff in here. We're going to go over all of this and show you how to use it in person. Hopefully, you guys can come every Friday and Monday. I'm really excited to work with you guys to see how you guys can use this. And then we can go more in depth into inflation under prices, consumer prices. Click, boom, right here. And yeah, and then up here, let's move my guy. Up here, you could change the date just to see what the hell the numbers were during that time period. And it changes right there. Or alternatively, you can just do the same thing I did, price graph. And then you could go up here on the left side and just go 2020, enter go, the green enter, and it will change the dates and only show you that time frame. And then you could also press zoom. Oh, I want to see what happened during COVID. Okay. Boom. Create that little window. Let go. It zooms in. Go to table. And you can see the changes, the numerical changes. Yeah, that's one thing you can do. And then you can also open multiple tabs and delete tabs just like Google and Yahoo and all that good stuff. And then we're also going to go use top news. Now, top news is something the lab actually uses every day, every morning. We have someone that usually writes the top most relevant news on the whiteboard when you come in. But in this case, what is happening today? We have top news up here, featured stories, editorials, newsletters, deals, environmental, social governance. That's also pretty important. So let's just choose an article here. Let's see, what the hell has been happening today? Let's see. Let's see. What is this? Trump vows US will respond to Europe's metal tariff retaliation. And you can read through all of this, get some context of what's happening. We need to know what's going on constantly to throughout the entirety of this project. We also have data here too, sometimes from reputable sources like US Census Bureau. This is in relation to imports of steel and aluminum, sorry. And then from the data, you can see here that Canada is the largest producer of steel right now, actually. That's or imports from Canada. Oh, and this is related to the US. Okay. Okay, yeah. Interesting. Yeah, so aluminum and steel from Canada. Very interesting. Okay. And then you have some videos here. You just read through it. You just read through everything. More data, more graphs on stuff. And right here, tariffs present a more complex challenge for the aluminum industry. Unlike American steelmakers, aluminum producers have a greater global footprint. More than half of the metal consumed in the US is made in Canada, where the biggest producers are Rio Tinto Group. This is what, if some of you have watched Michael's video, this is what he went over initially. I actually don't know much about it, but let's, out of curiosity, I'm kind of curious right now. Let's click on that, left click. It was founded in 1997. Does not tell me much, actually. Well, let's just open a new window, type in Rio Tinto, based on London. Let's go to, so once you've chosen an equity, you can actually, like, there's so much stuff. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool stuff. I feel like a lot of the videos on the certifications don't really, it's kind of boring too. They don't really show you like in a simple, manner how to use it. They all do is yap. Like, I'm here to show you, like, okay, you want to know what the stock is? Click on DES security description. Click on that. Rio Tinto is a mining company, and we focus on mining for aluminum, borides, copper, gold, iron ore, lead, silver, tin, uranium, zinc, titanium, dioxide, diamond, salt, zircon, etc., etc. And then it shows the stock price right here, earnings, dividends. My guy, corporate info, the website, where they're based. So in this case, London. The corporate structure, so a CEO, CFO, and CTO. And yeah, that shows you that the general gist. You can also click on the other tabs here in relation to Rio Tinto. And you can see top holders on Rio Tinto. You can see what kind of security it is. It's not a preferred stock, it's a common stock. So it's traded in the secondary market. You can look at the ratios. There you go. All you finance majors probably know this stuff. I'm still learning about this stuff. There's earnings before interest, taxes. I think debt and amortization, I think. There's those guys. Return on equity, return on, yeah, those stuff. Look at revenue. Here, you can look at, yeah. And of course, environmental social governance is gaining more and more prominence as the day passes. But yeah, this is how you look at general stock information. If you want to dive deeper into it, you just click on related functions menu. And then if it wants to see look at news related to it, you just click on company news. There you go. Right here. Top ranked news, Rio Tinto, Finance USA, Rio Tinto sells 9 billion of bonds, and Rio Tinto splits with peers on the lithium demand. So there's all this good stuff right here that you can use for the research. So yeah, let's click on a new tab. We're also going to go over EQS. EQS, that's right. EQS is our screener. If some of you guys trade, you guys probably know what screeners are. They're pretty much just it lets you find what you want to focus on, like maybe an industry or a particular product. In our case, what is it? It's automotive, right? You know what? Let's do semiconductors. I was researching some stuff about that today. So you type it in like that, right? And then under the security universe, it will show you what filters you have. You can also see this X, you can remove it if you don't want that there anymore. Okay. And then let's type it again to show you guys semiconductor, type it in, just like Google, eh? Click on semiconductors, and then you see my mouse, it's going to go to see results or WATC, click on that. It'll load. And then it's going to show you a bunch of different equities that are semiconductor companies. And it's going to organize it by market cap. So in our case, the largest one is $144 trillion worth. That's insane. And like any other indicator or item you want to look at, you right click. You click on company news if you want news or context about that stock or why things are happening. You kind of have to figure that out yourself. Or BI alternatively, if you want to use the AI slider to see the importance or filter out the importance of news. And then, yeah. But since for our group, we want to focus on like top 3 trading partners with the US, which is of course subject to change. We might not actually be forced to focus on that because I recently learned that NVIDIA, Intel, and MediaTek buy a lot of stuff from Taiwan Semiconductor. I looked at SPLC, and it showed that the cost of goods, which means that how much I think of their revenue is used to purchase goods from another company, it's about 38 to 4%, which is that's a lot of money. And semiconductors are used heavily in technology right now, from AI to now self-driving cars. Is the importance of this technology is growing more and more important by the day. So back to EQS to WATC that was transferred to WATC. We can filter by country. Sorry, it was country. So in our case, you want to look at semiconductor manufacturers in the United States. So you type in the United States, click on that. So obviously, you guys probably know it's NVIDIA. They've been blowing up recently with their AI. They produce the computers that train AI, the language learning models. We can right click on that AI. We'll just load it, security, like how we did before. We can look at the financials, all the financials. Who they are. NVIDIA is a big tech company. Scientific computing, AI, data science, autonomous vehicles, robotics, metaverse, and gaming. We can look at that too. And then I know this video is getting kind of long, but one thing I want to look at is what I used before, SPLC. SPLC. Was I looking at this before? Rio Tinto? Most likely. But I have it in my notes actually somewhere. Well, let me pull it up. I don't have to watch this part, but it's pretty interesting. Where is it? Where is it? My notes. Here it is. So I was kind of bored. I was messing with the terminal. And then, sorry, I put it aside. And what did I say? Okay, I said in my notes that I said China still wants Taiwan, or China thinks that Taiwan is part of them, but I'm not sure about that yet. Either. But if I remember correctly, Taiwan is one of the largest semiconductor manufacturers in the world. So the company is Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing, TSMC. If you look here, let's type in the orange bar right here. Let's type in TSMC, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Co. They produce one of the largest amounts of semiconductors. Oh my guy. Okay, so let me explain this to you guys. It looks like a big Spider-Man web of confusion. So this is in the middle, where mouse is circling, is our subjects, our focus point company. So on the left side is our suppliers. Who does Taiwan? Suppliers are who does TSMC buy from to produce their semiconductors? On the right side is who buys the semiconductors from Taiwan. And in this case, I found that Apple, NVIDIA, MediaTek, Broadcom, Qualcomm, AMD, and so all the big semiconductor manufacturers in the United States, or sorry, tech companies, buy from this specific Taiwanese manufacturer. So I kept that in mind because now I'm thinking maybe we shouldn't just focus or restrict ourselves to just focusing on China, Mexico, Canada. Maybe we should also focus on we shouldn't restrict ourselves, all I'm saying, to 3 countries. We should focus on industries, yes, but not countries or economic areas. Because if we leave these factors or variables out, I think, in my opinion, we can lose out on a lot of insight. But of course, as a team, I'm open to any suggestions or ideas. But yeah, that's an insane cost of goods right here. Open that. Sorry. What is happening? Okay. Sorry. Yeah. So this is going to be important for research as well. You can also click on the top left on the date, and you can type in a year. Let's go to 2020. I want to see how their suppliers and customers have changed from 2020 to now. Let's see. Let it load. Okay. So if you look on the right, NVIDIA. So NVIDIA has been buying from this company for a while now. It's at 27%. Okay. Qualcomm 20%, Broadcom 21%, MediaTek 39%, Apple only 4%. So did Apple start buying more from this company? Let's see. So the cost of goods is 4.44%. Let's click on the date to 2025. So let's spend my 4.44%. Now it's 9.79%. So the companies over time have started buying more and more from this company. So yeah, but now I'm wondering if Taiwan is considered part of China, then the tariffs apply to China also apply to Taiwan. That's what I'm wondering as well. But we'll get into that. We'll get into that during this project. I just wanted to show you guys just how to generally use the Bloomberg terminal. And of course, normal stuff like you can drag out, you know, boom, boom, make your own workspace and stuff like that. Oh, and before I end the video, I want something. I want to show you guys something. Let's close these guys. Why is that there? I don't know. So, sorry. Let's go to top news again. I feel like it's important for you guys to know if you guys want to save for future working sessions. can click on a news article, and you could turn a mouse, go here, and you can bookmark it. The bookmarks are for future use, and to access the bookmark, you just type in bookmarks or the function for, I think it's BM. What is it again? BMK? No, it's BKMK. My bad. BKMK. You click on my bookmarks, and boom, these are all my saved articles and stuff like that. You can also select it, remove it, confirm. Yeah, click on the one you want to look at. Boom, read it. Just for that important note. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching the first video for the research projects. Give me any feedback. I want to improve these videos. I don't want any fluff, but as of right now, I'm not sure the direction of these videos. But yeah, let me know. Send me a DM what I can improve on, and yeah, see ya.